New Dark Racial. Yeah.
What the fuck's going on, NPR?
What's up? It's your favorite Monday boys, here to start off the week with some good news.
Good news is that
okay,
we're
man.
live and you're listening. Other places are happening and this place is going on. What's going on with you? How's your day going? Tell us at DRH on Instagram or anything else you want to do.
Yes.
New Dark Racial.
This is the best episode yet. Make sure you record it on DVR.
What?
I fucked up my drops. I didn't have my drops ready, so I just had this sweet pop can song.
I was
and
thinking
no drops, man.
that would have been a great song for drops, but
You want to fucking run it back?
nah.
All
you
right,
missed
dude,
your
let's run it
opportunity.
back, dude.
Nah, fuck that. Nah, stop that. I don't want to fucking cut out 2 minutes of the pod on YouTube for our fucking fans that watch us on YouTube. No one watches us on YouTube.
Dark racial humor, cause
Yo, shut the fuck up, bro. I'm listening to dark racial humor.
These are the sounds I would play during that pop can song.
I keep it G, and she knows it. What's up, everyone? It's Dark Racial Humor, free-flowing end-up conversation about whatever's appropriate at the time. Your friends are back. We're here. We made it to another week. I am Bon Jen.
Caller John David Ricker, what a lovely day to be alive, Bon Jen. Am I right? Can I get an amen?
That's an amen. That's an amen. You know, I was just thinking, I feel like one of those radio hosts during World War II. Or it's like, we're in the middle of World War II, or who knows how long the world will be. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking, we're those guys now.
Yeah. We're the
Little
voice
thing.
of the people.
Yes.
We're giving the people what they need. They're tuning into us for sick tunes, sick, lively conversation, and great talks.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I feel like after we're long gone, historians will listen to us,
Us specifically and exclusively.
and a religion will be formed around us, and it'll be called the 1,000 Declarations of DRH. 1,000 will be the episodes, because that's what
Because
it'll be.
the apocalypse comes. Obviously, we've had upwards of like 9 million episodes, but it's only been archived up to the 1K mark.
Actually, we're just getting a huge fight with Viacom, and we're like, fuck this, we're out. You guys suck. You can have the entire fucking catalog.
Viacom really lost the battle with Disney.
Did they?
Is Viacom Disney?
No.
Oh. Yeah,
Vi-
it's Viacom versus Disney. Who owns the DRH ball sacks? Who's got the fucking pod by the scrotum?
I don't know, but as long as we have the ability to lose
say
our
cut
jobs, on this podcast, then we should not sign into any agreement, even if it's for a lot of money. Unless if I have like 3 kids and I'm like, bro, we gotta do it, dude. It's 25 mil. Fuck that shit.
Like I said last time, it's if the contract is on the table, you got to be willing to just be cuckolded for years, a few years for the exchange of money. That's the gig.
I would say I'm gonna get my lawyer on the phone. He or she is gonna come
Unhappy.
here, take a look at this.
Dissatisfied.
I need to be getting more money than you motherfuckers. These fucking suits, because we're the
suits
fucking
always
talent
get more
here.
money.
No, not for
they
DRH. Then
own-
we're walking.
They own you.
We're walking. Peace out.
I'm the suit here.
I'm out, bro. Peace out, dude.
Yeah, suits always do seem to get the upper hand on a lot of deals because you're
I
just
will.
a fucking spoke in the wheel, dude. You think you're the wheel?
I'll Suge Knight the fuck out of you, bro. I'll take my
What do
7
you do?
million monthly downloads. He walked into, I don't know, I think Dorian posted some shit. It
Death
was like
row shit.
a video when he like walked in. He was like, all right, here's the record. I think it was The Chronic. I could be
It
completely
was
wrong.
some death row shit.
Yeah, and he was like, here's the record, and we're going to own the
I got
masters. And they're like,
Pac in the
nah,
next room grinding,
working, man.
and y'all
Grinding.
got fucking dogs.
And you're in here on TikTok? You're
You're over
TikToking?
here
Pac
dancing
is in
on
there
one leg
grinding?
like Pop Smoke.
You're in
You're
there-
over here pop smoking. You're over here just shooting reels.
Damn. You're in here using Shure SM7Bs?
Oh, that's a good pop. Did you hear those?
No. Gross.
Dark Racial Humor, the most profitable podcast to never get signed to Viacom. That's because we held out, not because they didn't want us.
That's because we are the prize, and we will take our 70 million monthly downloads and go elsewhere. And
We're
by
going to
elsewhere,
Ellen's new brand.
we're going to Ellen Radio.
It's called E.
Like, we even left Anchor. Our podcast is hosted on a local server in my closet. Yeah, bitch. And we just fucking put that shit on our own website, bro. Fuck.
What's going on?
Fuck
How's it going?
everybody.
How's it feeling? How's your mental health? How's your knee doing?
Dude, the past couple days, I've just not wanted to like leave the house, you know?
There
I've
was
been-
a day where I've been in higher energies lately, and there was one day where I was kind of a lower energy,
Yeah.
and I thought that was kind of weird. I was like, "What's going on here?"
Did I tell you about that panic attack I had? I was like,
No.
it was like a low key panic attack. I was like sitting here, I was high. I was like, dude, I was like trying to remember. I was like, dude, I feel like I'm slowly losing the memory of what life used to be like, right? And then I
I
was like,
mean, that's just how life is, you know?
yeah, but then I was like, but I used to like think like, oh, life will return back to normal eventually. But now I'm just like, eventually might not even come. Like, there's nowhere on Earth where you can escape this unless you go to another planet.
Yeah, the normal is never a thing, because like this is like a piece of history that has happened, and now that has kind of changed the timeline that you're on. Like I said, you're on the Kobe COVID timeline. Check it out, streaming everywhere. Sad Young Men, dude. That's the title track of it. You think this is fucking a game, dude? This is a piece of reality that has been shifted towards this timeline, and there's kind of it's now pre and post. There's no like
That's
you don't get pre giant virus.
write that down. That's a great podcast name. Sad Young Men.
Sad Young Men, dude. That's
Damn, that should have been our podcast name. Sad Young Men.
it's a good one. You want to fucking rebrand?
I don't know. I'll think
Because
about it.
then that gets a little too niche, dude.
Sad Young Men. Yeah, kinda. But fucking one of the most
Dark
popular
Racial.
podcasts on iTunes is a podcast called Call Me Daddy. And it's about a fucking woman's perspective on dating, and Joe Rogan's about
Classic.
men's perspective on everything. So I think
No,
we'd be
you
fine.
got some women in there, dude.
Like
But it
he,
is very, it is
he
very.
interviews one female out of every 100 guests, probably.
There's,
He'll
yeah, you know.
repeat fucking guests 5 times before he'll bring in a female.
There's been some. I saw clips of chicks lately. There was one that was a police psychologist. There was one that was talking about gender. It's very, Rogan based.
Dude, even I saw a clip about, was the gender one like the sex doctor?
No, it was a recent one. There was an author talking about. I think her book was called "The Myth of the end of gender" or something.
I was watching, he did an interview with a woman who was like explaining, what was she talking about? She was talking about something about sex and like cheating or something, and
Uh-huh.
like why men cheat and why women cheat or something. And even in that clip,
Men lie, women lie.
Joe was like fucking like,
Joe.
I don't want to use the term mansplaining, but he was fucking doing that. And I was like,
It is the Rogan show.
watching. I was like, dude, she's the expert. Why don't you let like? I was thinking if that was a male doctor, he would just be sitting there listening, asking questions.
Maybe. I feel like that might be a potential theme with female guests of his. But I think he also might do that with other people.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
maybe not as well. There's times where he does it, but
Pew.
I don't know. I haven't listened to fucking Rogan Pod in a minute. Or clip.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, dude. If I were to go on a show, I don't even know what to talk about. I would have to be like successful for something first. Probably.
You wouldn't be one of the friends of Rogan.
Just his buddy, just his pal. That he's
Those are
known.
classic Rogan guests.
Yeah, but those aren't the heavy hitter, big fucking viewer shits. Just his UFC fucking Brazilian jiu-jitsu buddy getting
No, they're mostly
300,000
comedians.
views.
I was watching. Do you know Joey Diaz or no?
Joey D. Yes.
He's the fat one, the fat comedian,
The old.
and he might look older than he is, but I think he's kind of old.
Oh, he's 25.
He's
I'm
actually just-
25.
He's 32, bro.
Oh god.
He's funny, dude, but he's moving back to New Jersey, and
He's over it. He's over the Hollywood.
he was talking because he has a podcast too called The Church of What's Happening Now
Yeah.
with some fucking other bald white dude who looks
Mhm.
like an egg. He's like 28 or something. But I was watching like a thing like his last because he's ending the podcast because they're moving to different places, and
That's
he
no
was,
excuse, Joey. That's no excuse. The internet's here, bro. I know you're old,
Maybe
but you're not that old.
It's a, so do you think that, because it's kind of hard to think about because now, you're trying to think about the same thing of losing the past of it. Do you think the podcast is a different tone, this one, than it was when it was via table?
I absolutely not. I think it's the same tone, and I actually think it's a little bit better because half of my energy for the podcast would just be setting the damn thing up and breaking it down, right? And now my setup never moves, so I just sit down and talk.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the stable setup is kind of a thing.
Yeah, and like people aren't like walking behind us and fucking like having conversations and shit. Although I did kind of like that. Like people would like sit down and like watch us do it. That was kind of cool.
There was some sit down energies that made it nice and peaceful.
Yeah, but
A Sean audience was always good. A nice Miles, a nice
Sean and Miles minute, dude.
that was a fun little thing.
Dude, get
A
another
Dom
COVID
audience
test,
was
dude.
always nice.
He
dude.
would always just sit there, dude. Yeah.
Who?
What?
Who?
Dom?
Yeah, Dom was a nice audience.
Oh fuck. What was I saying? I was gonna say I'm getting another COVID test because every couple of days I do something. I'm just like, oh, shouldn't have done that, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of people in that place, man. Yeah, well, that's what kind of Joey was talking about. He was like, he was talking about like comedian friends. He was like, I got a lot of friends here. I feel like I'm leaving my friends, but it's like comedian friends and it's like Hollywood friends. And he's like, they're not the same friends that I had in New Jersey. And he was like, at this time I'd be like, because he also has a kid and shit, Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
And he's like, at this time I'd fucking want to be like packed into like, he told his guy to go back to his fucking family in goddamn Oklahoma or something. He's
If
talking about family and stuff.
if all you do is a podcast,
Mm.
there's really no reason to stay in LA.
Yeah, there's a whole like all the podcast comedians are talking about fucking comedians leaving LA because I think Rogan kind of set it off, but they brought up the point of like a lot of what kept them central was a comedy scene of like going to comic clubs, and
Yeah.
with that closed, plus like
It's like tearing up the retreat, It's home base.
yeah, once you get you decentralize the physical location, it kind of shows you like what's what's really tethering us to a certain place.
And plus with
And
the
with them,
fall of Dalia too, they're the king, their savior.
I don't think Dalia was the comedy king around the
He
store.
he was the central. He was what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know.
He was the monarch.
Bro, all those clubs are going under, bro. Fucking not so much the comedy clubs, but like the music venues there, like the whiskey, fucking
Why
what
not the
else?
comedy clubs?
The comedy clubs are fucking what's the fucking word
Are
I'm
they
looking
up
for?
right now and running?
They're not running, but they're like fucking like not legendary, iconic, right? So like they have some money behind them, but not for long. Like they're probably behind on their fucking rent.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Speaking of rent, dun, 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 dun. Speaking of rent, I got.
Dude, you want the news drop, dude? Just fucking, I'll get it, man, if you want it.
What time do we start? We have a couple minutes. Speaking of rent, dun 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 dun. Executive order from Trumpito about new stimulus money, new unemployment stuff. Let's dig
Yes.
into it. I have it in my notes here somewhere. Fuck, where did I fucking put it? God damn it, Archer.
Trumpito, AP News is loading for me. I had it as well. But
You got it.
I clicked on the wrong one, dude.
I have one right here. It's a little different, but it's kind of the same. This one is about Pelosi calls Trump's coronavirus relief executive actions absurdly unconstitutional from CNN. But I want to read about the fucking actual
I
fucking
think that
executive
was
order.
part of it, though. There was the discourse with it was that you can't really have an executive order with money that is supposed to be the Congress power. He cut, apparently, I don't know if it was, I feel like what I read, it wasn't like enacted yet, but I think he cut the unemployment benefit from 600 to 400 to try to get some people to incentivize to go work.
Here it is right here. So both Republicans and Democrats were trying to get another 1,200 out, but they couldn't get to an agreement. So yeah, it was cut from 600 to 400, but the federal government's only paying like 75% of that. So it would be like 300 something, and then it's on the state to pay the additional to get to 400.
I don't think this is the stimulus. This is unemployment stuff.
Yeah, so they were supposed to, they were trying to vote on a stimulus. Didn't happen. So they're like the executive orders for unemployment.
President Trump and Republicans appeared to back down from their firm opposition to extending 600 unemployment benefits on Friday, but remain at an impasse with Democrats on a solution even as the benefits have expired. The $600 expanded unemployment benefit officially ran out at midnight on Friday. Congress adjourned for the weekend without a deal, and the two parties remain far away from an agreement. After weeks of unwavering opposition to extending the 600 benefit in full, the White House appeared to back down on Friday as Trump directed. Is this fucking past news I'm reading? Yes, it is.
Nice, dude.
600 unemployment check cut to 300 under Trump executive orders. States asked to add $100. President Donald Trump on Saturday signed executive orders offering less unemployment insurance than the last coronavirus relief bill, extending protections for student borrowers and renters, along with a measure temporarily deferring the payroll tax after negotiations on Capitol Hill for a coronavirus relief bill broke down this week. Cuts the benefit to 400 from 600 and directs states to cover 25% of the cost. Under the CARES Act passed in late March, the $600 payment was fully paid for by the federal government, but under the order, the federal government is on the hook for $300 while states are being asked to pay $100. The measure do not include another round of $1,200 stimulus checks. Trump said the order also allows employers to defer payment of the employee portion of the payroll tax for workers making less than $100,000 per year, retroactively starting August 1st until the end of the year. Allows
Interesting.
employers to defer payment of the employee portion.
So you don't have to pay taxes on your checks, but you have to pay those taxes later. Me personally, I'd rather pay them now. Also,
I don't know if it says pay later, but I kind of assume.
defer means pay later. Yeah. Well, shit, I thought I was going to get nothing.
Trump added that he will make permanent cuts to payroll taxes if he's elected in November. Trump has also called for payroll tax cut as a mechanism for coronavirus economic relief, but the idea was rejected by both parties during negotiations for the first stimulus bill over concerns it would negatively impact Social Security and Medicare funding while not benefiting retired people or those who are unemployed.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, we're going to dive into this more after the break.
I'm going to play more.
What's up, baby girl? How are you today? Thanks for listening to DRH. We're back with more ear news for you. We're talking about that new exec YouTube order.
The millennial way to say executive order.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, teens? Hello, fellow teens.
I mean, millennials aren't teens.
Am I a millennial? I'm so confused.
I'm pretty sure you're a millennial.
Everything says different. All right, I'm gonna look up. What? My birthday is September 3rd, 1995. What is a millennial?
God, you're a fucking boomer, dude.
I'm gonna
Me and
look
the young
up.
cats over here chilling, bro. We're fucking reeling it up, and you're over here, goddamn. I don't know what you're doing, old man.
This is from pewresearch.org.
Fuck you.
Okay.
What's Pew supposed to know, you know?
All right, let me see. I need a date. I need a date.
What are you gonna do if you are a Gen Z or a Gen Xer?
Nothing different.
You have to.
Okay, it says Gen Z, born 1997 to 2012. Millennials, 1981 to 1996. Okay, so according to this website, I am a millennial. All right,
Yeah.
now I'm going to go to the next website. This is from Wikipedia. A millennial. All right.
Right.
Millennial, 1981 to 1996. Okay, I am also a millennial according to this one. All
You're
right.
a millennial, dude. You're old. Get over it.
Oh,
You're
man.
never gonna be a hip young dude again.
Damn.
No matter how fucking bleached your hair is.
Damn, I'm old, huh?
Little bit.
No, I'm not. I'm actually relatively young. All of my heroes
are dead.
Oh, yes, but they weren't doing what they were my heroes for when they were my age. Except for Steve Jobs. He was grinding.
Your heroes...
He started Apple when he was 21, so what the fuck are we
Your
doing?
other heroes did stuff when they're old? Or what did you mean?
Older than me.
I see.
Yeah, girl. Okay, so the young exec YouTube order.
I wanted to see 600. What people are mad about the federal funding of it.
People are mad because Trump's doing it.
People don't get your Twitter glasses off. People were upset that it was an executive order of federal money that was a Congress thing.
Okay, but here's the thing. They couldn't reach an agreement. So he's damned if he does, he's damned if he doesn't, you know?
Is that a precedent for future presidencies where you can do executive orders for federal money?
Well, look, if it's against the law, it's not going to go through anyway. So it doesn't even matter.
Possibly.
No, not possibly. If it doesn't matter, I'm pretty sure he's done this before where he said, oh, executive order. And they're like, oh, you can't do that. And he was like, all right, never mind.
Possibly. IDK. Do you think that cutting it is good for people?
Of course, it's not good for people. Less
Do
money
you think
isn't
it's
good for. Of course, it's
do you
not.
think it's
But
good for people getting jobs?
for people getting a job, is that the incentive? Is it because he's trying to wean people off government money, or is it because we're in so much debt we can't afford to pay people?
I think I saw a quote where he wanted to incentivize people to not be unemployed.
Because I think the majority of people want to go back to work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they need to be fucking trained to not take an allowance.
I mean, that's kind of a narrative for some unemployment things.
I think if given the choice, the majority of people would be like, all right, I'm fucking bored. Even though I'm making the same amount of money, I'm not pursuing my passion like I thought I would in March. So I'm going to go back to cutting hair.
Well,
You know, guys, the fuck
I
is
had
going
so
on?
many dreams in March, dude. I had an LLC in the run, dude. I already put it into the federal government, dude. I had 3 dogs,
Damn, that's
2
going to be
kids on the
pending for a
way,
while.
dude. And next thing you know, dude, they come back, said, "Oh, the kids are dead, the dogs are someone else's, and your picture's too blurry."
At least the podcast kept going. And at least I got these push-ups still going. Jesus Christ.
Do people not say every year, be like, "Oh, geez, it's this late month in the year. I can't believe it's this month already." That happens every year now.
Yeah, but have you noticed that each year it gets faster?
Dude, I think that might be a thing with age, high key.
It is a thing. Relative
I
relative
think,
time.
yeah. Because I remember I was asking the old people I used to work for. I was like, you're kind of, I mean, paraphrasing, but like, you're pretty fucking old, huh? And it's like, I bet that happened in like a blink, right? And the lady was like, shit, yeah, it did. Next thing you know, you're fucking
Bro,
last day's already here.
and this pandemic, I feel like, at least for me, is making things go faster. Because I'm always like, oh, summer's gonna be here. Maybe this will be almost over. Oh, fall's gonna be here. I wonder where we'll be in fall. Oh, winter. Like I remember at the beginning of summer, I was saying, dude, summer's gonna fly by, and bam, it's almost over.
Yeah, the notion of over doesn't really exist. There will be an eventual lean back of probably like, I don't know, man. Maybe there won't, but it definitely still feels like I think there
I
will be in the future a point where it is not as drastic as this. I think that is kind of
oh,
a
absolutely.
foregone conclusion. 'Cause
Dude,
that's kind of how history exists.
there
But
will definitely
um,
be a day when
but go ahead.
newspapers print the title CDC declares pandemic over. Who knows when that'll be? 5 days, 5 years,
Yeah,
10 years.
but that's not gonna. By that time, you will. It's not gonna be a fucking a flip and then a flop. This will be a fucking probably fucking
We'll be
months, if
so
not
used to
a
it.
few years of transitioned into just a weird. This has been how life has been for a minute.
You and I will
Weaning
both have
off,
gotten
weaning
COVID
off.
14 times already.
Maybe a
That
flu.
actually takes us into our next topic.
You
Dun,
got
dun,
flu?
dun. Bill Gates says
Mm.
coronavirus pandemic will end for the rich world by late 2021, which is a little bit earlier than I thought it would be. And by rich world, he means first world countries like the US, Canada, fucking Nordic countries. You know? Why are you
Yes.
making that face?
Nothing if you didn't know this.
I did. So this is from CNET. Everyone wants to know when the coronavirus crisis will end. Yeah, everyone does. And Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates has an idea, but his estimate varies based on whether you live in the developing world or in wealthier countries such as the United States. He says the innovation pipeline on scaling up diagnostics, on new therapeutics, on vaccines is actually quite impressive, Gates told Wired magazine in an interview published Friday. And And that makes me feel like for the rich world, we should largely be able to end this thing by the end of 2021, and for the world at large by the end of 2022. Gates, who funds the medical research and vaccine programs through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, is no Pollyanna. Jamie, look that up, Pollyanna. He's well aware that even if his prediction comes to pass, the outbreak has set countries of all sizes back years as far as economic growth and progress in fighting malaria, polio, and HIV. In the interview, Gates has harsh words for the U.S. testing system and airs his frustration with how President Donald Trump and his administration have dealt with the situation. This isn't new. Gates hasn't been afraid to speak out about the U.S. response to the virus, telling CNN the high number of coronavirus cases in the U.S. is due to lack of testing and contact tracing, as well as resistance to wearing face masks. Gates himself has been a target for conspiracy theories and falsehood about the virus. He believes a vaccine will eventually be created, noting that due to the scale of manufacturing issues, some of the vaccines under development will help wealthier countries. It's because of innovation that you don't have to contemplate. An even sadder statement, which is the thing will be raging for 5 years until natural immunity is our only hope, Gates said. This disease, from both the animal data and phase 1 data, seems to be very vaccine preventable. As far as treatment for those who already have the disease, Gates spoke highly of the antiviral medication remdesivir and the corticosteroid dexamethasone. Wow, my reading is really getting a challenge today. Other antivirals are 2 to 3 months away. You said antibodies are 2 to 3 months away. We've had about a factor of 2 improvement in hospital outcomes already, and that's just with remdesivir and dexamethasone and other things that'll be an additive to that.
Pollyanna is an excessively or blindly optimistic person.
Thanks, Bill. I have scenario time.
Yeah.
Bill Gates is like, hey,
Bill
I'm
Gates
gonna run
loves
for
some vaccines, man.
I'm gonna run for president.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think majority pushback or majority support for Americans? White billionaire running for president.
He has a weird left liking audience for some reason.
Yes, and he's also smart.
I have a weird stigma against Bill Gates.
What is it?
I think he might be fucking evil a little bit.
Evil? He does so much for charity.
Yeah, you know.
He probably gives more to charity than anyone alive right now.
I still have a weird thing for him.
What a fucking nerd.
I mean,
I wonder if he still slams Melinda.
It's also fucking, he might do a lot for charity because he might have a lot backed into like money of vaccines and shit.
Hey, as long as people are eating because of him, sure. And also, he's done a lot of good for the world with his invention of Windows.
I have a weird thing with him.
Even though he stole it from the Mac, he stole it from Steve Jobs.
Weird thing with Bill Gates. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it.
Maybe you should sit down and have a talk with him.
I'll call him up.
You know,
He
I
did steal
interviewed
my
him one
lunch
time.
money one
Actually,
time.
no, that was in QBHD.
QBHD.
Marquez Brownlee.
Have you seen the commercials for vertical Apple movies?
No. Are they full movies?
I think it's like a weird Western movie.
Are they like Quibbies?
I don't know, but I'm assuming it's a fucking dumbass spaghetti Western flick that they put in vertical aspect ratio.
A voice coming from my kitchen. I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
You entertain.
This is caller John David Ricker's first look at if Bonjen is going to be killed in his apartment complex. Could it be that Bonjen is killed live on air while I'm trying to eat up airtime?
It was just the
Tune
iPad.
in right now. It's just an iPad. You got your iPad on fucking friend mode?
I don't know why.
Accompanied mode?
Yeah, I have it on roommate mode. It just talks in the background.
It just plays video games.
So I feel like I have someone. Like I have someone here.
Was it Bill Gates telling you that everything will be okay?
Just playing some bullshit, probably. Some stupid ass bullshit.
We got other shit going on, not in America, dude. Belarus, you ever fucking heard of it?
No.
Demonstration sweep Belarus after exit poll predicts victory for Lukashenko. Lukashenko, obviously, we know, is the most serious challenge to the authoritarian leader in many years. Protests broke out across Belarus on Sunday evening after an exit poll predicted an overwhelming victory for authoritarian incumbent President Alexander Lukashenko.
Wait, where is this country?
It's fucking Belarus, dude. Get your geo on. Look it up, Bill. Independent Belsat television showed large crowds being attacked by police in Minsk amid reports that a few local polling stations were saying that in their counts, opposition candidate Svetlana Tikhanovskaya was doing better than Lukashenko. The exit poll conducted by the government-run Youth Laboratory of Sociological Studies gave Lukashenko 79.7% and Tikhanovskaya 6.8%. Independent polls are banned. That seems like something. The Central Election Commission said early results would be released after midnight with a more complete vote coming in on Monday morning.
Are you gonna
this
move there?
country?
That sounds like a fun place to be right now.
Did you not look it up, dude?
No, I forgot the name of it.
Belarus. Belarus, we have a big constituency in Belarus for DRH. It's right next to Poland. Shout out, Dom.
How do you spell it?
Belarus. It's right next to Lithuania, in between Ukraine and
You've
Poland.
an all expense paid trip to Belarus.
Next to Moscow. I think it's in Russia. Is Russia a country? It is, not a continent.
Belarus.
Belarus is doing Belarus things. Police arrested independent election observers and reporters on Sunday, and there were reports of internet outages. If there's one thing that I've seen of other countries, it's internet outages, dude. Once people don't like what their citizens are doing, they just cut that fucking internet, and boy, people hit the streets.
They have a pretty big GDP.
Belarus?
Yeah. $200 billion circulating through the economy in Belarus. Population 9.4 million, about the size of a small town in the United States or California.
Might be some like fucking some offshore things for other governments. Just fucking hide it in Belarus.
We're going there.
Tikhanovskaya went into hiding on Saturday night like a little bitch, dude, because he can't fucking deal with his authoritarianism, dude. If you're gonna fucking rig polls, man, just fucking hit the streets with some fucking yoppers, man.
You tell him, bro. You know, if anyone knows about authoritarianism, it's this guy right here. It's my boy. If anyone roots for the authoritarian, this guy right here is the man. You just ask him all the questions.
Dude, I have written several books on authoritarianism. If you want to be a leader and you want to be a good one, dude, hit me up, man. 1-800, time to fuck up these citizens.
If you want to be a leader and you want to lead with an iron fist, this is what you got to do.
You turn on DRH every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Stop being a little pussy beta bitch, all right?
You force them to listen to DRH daily.
You gotta tell these people what to drink, and that's nothing but cow milk.
Tell them to stop making things, stop buying things, just stay home, listen to DRH until they die. And you'll
More non-American news. Thousands throng central Jerusalem in anti-Netanyahu protest, dude. You heard of this place?
Jerusalem? I'm from there.
People don't like Netanyahu. Thousands of demonstrators throng the streets. This is from AP News near the official residence of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in central Jerusalem on Saturday night in a renewed show of strength as weeks of protests against the Israeli leader showed no signs of slowing. These motherfuckers went to his house, was like, yo, dude, we saw what's going down in Belarus. We're not going to fucking take it. And we're going to do the same here in Jewland, also other non-Jews. But when you think of Jerusalem, you tend to think of Jews. Throughout the summer, thousands of Israelis have taken to the streets to call on Netanyahu to resign, protesting his handling of the country's coronavirus crisis and saying that he should not remain in office while on trial for corruption charges. Self-employed workers whose businesses have been hurt by the economic crisis also joined Saturday's march. AP keeps it fucking short and sweet. So that's all I have to read.
Sounds
Thoughts
good.
on Jerusalem?
I don't have many.
Is that because you're a goddamn Jew lover?
I don't want to
Are
have
you a Jew hater?
I don't want to have an argument with two uneducated people on the state of events in Jerusalem go down.
That's exactly what this podcast is for.
Nah, I like to be armed with knowledge. Give me a couple months, I'll stack up on literature and I'll give
By
you
that
an
time,
opinion.
dude, they've already pumped DRH into the air sirens of the city and are just shackling people to watching Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
I'm gonna go on a pilgrimage to Jerusalem and I'll let you know what I think.
Okie dokie.
All right, I gotta take a piss. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Bing, 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 bing.
I gotta stop doing that. It's like when Future goes.
Okay.
I don't know. To Dark Racial Humor. What's up, everyone? You're listening to Dark Racial Humor. Soon to have another name, but probably not because we're pretty deep into this, and it would probably confuse the 33 people that listen.
Can you change your name on Anchor easily?
Yeah.
Not really.
You know what you can't change easily?
What? Drops?
Drops. Oh, the drops, bro. New Sad Young Men. Huh?
No.
SYM. Sim.
It would be cool just to have an acronym.
Just a dope acronym.
Maybe
Just
not even DRH.
The name
But
is
just
half
an
the show.
acronym.
Yeah.
Is it really?
I don't know.
It's not. But I like acronyms, you know?
DRH
What if it
is
was
cool.
like what about KRT?
KRT?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, dude. But it gets
Like
the people
something
going.
cool, like the Breakfast Club. Like, you know? That's a cool name. The
Breakfast Club.
Like, they're not eating breakfast. Like, what the fuck is that about?
But they're in the morning, dude. What about fucking On the Roof?
It just has to feel right, you know? It just has to feel right. Like
On the
Adobe
Roof.
House or fucking Dark Racial Humor. On the Roof? Nah, that sucks. How about Under the City?
Love it, dude. UTC. It has to do with time. Time. Everybody loves time. Time.
How
We'll
about
keep it here for now.
that?
If it hits you, let me know though.
If it hits. If it hits, we'll let you guys know. All right, we were back with more news. In today's news, California doesn't know what the fuck is going on because their data is fucked. And everyone, I'm yelling really loud. I have neighbors. So California vows, this is from our friends over at the LA Times. California vows to fix coronavirus reporting system amid huge backlog of unreported tests. This year's government data failures has created a backlog of as many as 300,000 test results in Cali. The state's top health official said Friday, as he provided the first public explanation of a problem that has stymied efforts to understand the spread of coronavirus. California Health and Human Services Secretary Dr. Mark Galley said the state is developing a new coronavirus tracking system due to the recent deficiencies of the California Reportable Disease Information Exchange. Simply put, the system was not built for this volume of data. In order to create a lasting solution, we are accelerating development of a new lab operating system for COVID-19. The state would work through the backlog of records, which includes COVID-19 tests and other health results, over the next 24 to 48 hours. The data failure set alarm bells this week as total deaths surpassed 10,000 in Cali, a state that leads the nation in COVID-19 cases despite the undercount and a struggle to mitigate the virus. The delay results could significantly increase the confirmed spread of COVID-19 from a total of 500,000 cases in the state as of early Friday. So yeah,
What is it? Sunny?
it's sunny. It's beautiful. I went on a beautiful hike in Hollywood yesterday by myself. It was gorgeous. My shirt was off. The honeys were looking at me. I was sweating. I was looking good. I was breathing
Was there
that fresh,
a large
swaggy
population
air.
of people?
Not really. Everyone was wearing a mask. Everyone was chilling. It wasn't that crowded. And then the day before that, I went to the beach, chilled, fucking rode the boosted, fucking Cali life, A couple days before that, I had a scary earthquake, but Cali life,
There was an earthquake in the North Carolina area.
That's like a place I would go and live and be like, this is
away
the one
from
thing I
earthquakes?
don't have to worry about is an earthquake.
I'm sure there was a bunch of people that had a new sensation for the first time. And that's always fun,
Probably scared the shit out of people.
But it's like, ooh, a fun little new experience that I haven't endeavored in this human life before. That's kind of a fun little thing. Didn't die.
Apparently,
Maybe
it was the
one
first
person
one.
died or two
Apparently, it's the first one in 94 years.
in the Charlotte area.
Yeah.
94 years, huh?
Yeah.
There's still fucking tectonic plates in other places, man.
Yeah, that was like the one thing about living in Tucson. I was like, the only thing I need to worry about really is dying of heat or fucking a flood. But
Floods are pretty scary.
you have a warning though. As long as you're not like a dumbass and you don't like go to Mount Lemon when it's raining, or you don't.
There could be a special rainfall one day. You get some house damage or something, man. That's no fun.
Or if you live on a mountain, there's a mudslide. Those things fucking wreck you. Those things destroy
Live on
you.
a shoreline and you get that sweet, sweet shoreline moving upwards, and you're like, hey man, my house made of glass is being fucking berated by waves.
Yeah, but they have insurance for that, so you're good.
You're still fucking without a home. And I don't know
Just
if
for
a
a
lot
little
of
bit.
people really do, man. Maybe they would, but I'm assuming some people who live fucking on a shore are like, man, dude, I don't need fucking water insurance.
Bro, if you can
I'll
afford
be
to live,
okay.
if you can afford to live on the shore, trust me, you have insurance. Like, rich people aren't dumb.
Some are.
Some are if they got rich on accident. Like fucking.
You can still make fucking dumb decisions and make wealth.
You-
Just because you made decisions to accumulate wealth doesn't exactly mean you're not fallible to fucking human decision.
What if you're making dumb decisions while simultaneously making smart decisions to grow your wealth exponentially? Like, for example, if I went to the store and I was like, hey, man, I just spent 50 grand on clothes. You'd be like, whoa, that's not a wise use of your money. But I'd be like, well, I also made 500 grand today. So that was like spending 50 bucks to me,
That's spending. Yeah, I mean, you can.
Or
have
sorry,
a-
I lost $50,000 gambling.
Sure. I mean, I guess it's on the vein of decisions of where to put your money.
Somebody said something like there was like this thing, like Jay-Z spent like 600 grand or something in a club once.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone was like, all right, we're going to do the math based on all of Jay-Z's businesses, how much he makes per day, how much he makes per hour, all his fucking everything in his name. And he like broke it down. He was like, okay, so according to this is equivalent of JC spending $24 in the club that night. So everybody shut the fuck up.
Lol.
Damn, I wonder what that's like. Especially when you're like Jay-Z and you were actually poor.
I don't know. He's probably fucking forgotten about it.
I don't think he's forgotten about it.
It's a pretty long time ago.
Because he takes his kids back there and he's like, hey, this is where I came from, you stupid
Beats
little
him.
you ungrateful shits.
Ungrateful. I think I lost that drop.
Get back in the chopper. What job? Oh, the drop.
Ungrateful.
Ungrateful. You're doing me dirty.
We fighting now.
There was a BBC thing, right? There was
nice.
a newscast. I just fucking real non-USA with the news. There was a sit-down interview with some chick. Who knows what's happening to this chick because it's gone lost in the bigger, which is they said the N-word uncensored of when they were reporting of what someone said to someone while they like beat someone up or something.
Hard R.
I don't know. I didn't hear it when it was live because they fucking put a beep over it retroactively. But they did it and they didn't really say anything about it until someone quit. And there's a big hubbub about that. Do you want to see some context of it?
I enjoy context. No,
Young
fuck
black man
context.
sitting up on the wall, and I saw two white men running away. Then I noticed the black man was covered in blood, and I guessed from the angle of the car that had been driven deliberately at him.
Just to warn you, you're about to hear highly offensive language because as the men ran away, they hurled racial abuse, calling him.
Calling him a what?
I'm assuming that's the N-word because that was the whole story.
Man, people think UK not racist. UK racist as fuck.
Yeah, UK is a different type of racist, kind of.
Fucking, man,
but that was
call me an N-word there. I'll still feel the same way as if you call me an N-word here. I'd be like, what? I'd be like, cheerio. No, my boys in Hull, no.
So the boys in Hull, now is when we need your expertise. Please call in at 1-800-DRH-DRH-DRH-H. I think that's the same. But like 6 days or 4 days or something after that, one of their black radio people quit and was like, nah, not really fucking with it, fam. I'm out. And then BBC was like, yo, we shouldn't do that. We fucked up.
Well, and no one lost their job. The end.
I mean, the guy quit.
What about the guy that said, let's keep this under wraps? Because there was somebody that did that.
It was like, yo, we can't say cunt. You got to put that fucking bleep on cunt. Can't say cunt.
There was somebody that was like, it's fine.
I mean, it is a thing. It's like, can you say it if you're reporting the news?
Okay, wait. I want to get my facts straight.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the video that played, and
this video that played was the same thing of the news story, except it was uncensored of the N-word.
Okay, but in the news story, did the N-word come from like somebody filming the abuse, or was it from the reporter?
It was what that lady just said. You heard the bleep.
So the lady
running away. The lady said running away
saying nigger.
Yeah.
Okay, what did the lady look like?
She's white.
She was white.
Bob cut.
Oh. Yeah. How come she did not get fired?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's an interesting question. You say if you're reporting the news,
mm-hmm.
if you're telling a story about something that someone else said.
Yeah. There's probably a whole fucking class in journalism 102.
Yeah, if that were up to me, yeah, I mean, like, just to be safe, like, who does it hurt? It takes what, 2 seconds to drag the bleep sound over the fucking.
Hey, but this is what went down, man. This is the news of it.
Or do you think someone was just like
fucking UK?
You think someone was just like, I'm fucking. But racist? even if fucking I was watching the news and that was bleeped, I'd be like, what did she just say? What did they just bleep out?
Hold up, bro. That bleep, I heard a hard R in that bleep.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, wait.
Hold on, man.
Why didn't she just say, oh, and they called him the N-word?
Yeah, that's what obviously someone who's working for a young black man and working for the BBC would say.
Ay, caramba. Ay caramba, this
So
sure
that's going
SM7B
down.
comes off once every fucking episode. Just want to live a simple
You got a
life.
fucking loose screw loose, dude. You want to talk about a little sports, dude?
Not
Get you
really, to be honest. No.
Why not?
What's exciting going on in sports? You want to talk about empty baseball stadiums? How they're
No, just
pumping pumping white noise into those fucking things?
I don't think anything's wrong with that.
Or we
But, you
can
know, people are playing basketball. It's almost the playoffs, dude. You know?
it's so
Playoffs.
half the fun was watching players like crash into Kevin Hart on the fucking sidelines.
Playoffs.
Playoffs for what? The scrimmage?
Basket.
Who's the best scrimmager?
Wow, dude. You think Giannis is going to get the MVP?
Bro, I played basketball the other day with like
Or is it LeBron?
9 other people.
Yeah.
A lot of breathing, a lot of contact.
Yeah, you got to fucking body him up, dude.
Yeah, but it's also like I was outside and I also suck, so I was always like running behind everybody. And I was always like away from the crowd. So I think
You're just slow.
yes.
Damn, dog.
You know, because I'm fucking sinking threes. So
Yeah, you're a 3-man shot.
yeah, bro. Damn.
I mean,
Maybe
you got to
can-
play your role, man.
Hopefully I can get a run in before the sun goes down.
You've seen these people with in the bubble, man.
The bubble, man.
Clippers down at halftime.
So did they like start the season over or do they just resume or
I think I don't know, dude. It makes me a little bit sad to watch it.
it
But it
does.
makes
That's
me a
why
little
I
bit-
don't watch it. Because I was at a
li-
fucking Clippers game this season, this year. Like come and now like
But I have watched a couple clips of Inside the NBA, and they did, you know, get a little larger area between their seats, but it makes me a little happy to watch Inside the NBA.
inside the NBA. Hey guys, we're live from fucking Miami because the Staples Center is now a hospital.
Atlanta. They stay at Atlanta. But, you know, sometimes they went live on scene at the playoffs where they get them. Probably won't do that.
I've already flown in an airplane twice, so I think I've done the scariest thing there is to do.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you think of anything scarier?
not,
I can
maybe
think
not
of
the scary. I could probably think of scarier things, but that's probably a little risky in terms of public life, I suppose.
yeah.
Got probably close to 100 people breathing the same air.
Same air for an hour.
Poor pilots.
So yeah,
Poor attendants.
yeah, huh? It's so weird. It's so weird. We're gonna be looking back at pictures on airplanes
Yeah,
of people not wearing masks. We're gonna be like, look at that. That's another
mean-
thing I think is gonna stay. Masks on airplanes,
Like I
masks at
said,
restaurants.
Asian cats been wearing some masks, man.
Yeah. Or is that just because they're conditioned because the fucking air quality in their home country is shit? Or do you think they're actually germaphobes?
I think it's probably
I think it's
a
both.
portion of both because I've heard portions of both. But damn that air quality.
I thought they were wearing it because they didn't want to get sick. Not because
From
they
what
were,
from an anecdote I heard, it was indeed that people were trying not to transmit diseases. And if there's any place to do that, air quality in LA.
Is there any place to do that? It's Sean Lee's apartment.
I mean, because they've seen like big pandemics. Not Sean Lee's apartment. Asian countries seen the big pandemics already, right? So they're already up on the we had to wear masks to not spread shit, so we're wearing it already.
It's like, boy, you don't even know what's coming. You don't even know what we got cooking up for you.
You know, air quality, you know, maybe wear a mask a couple times. Who fucking knows? We're living through it.
We're getting through it.
Young
We're learning.
20-year-old spry
What if we
people.
were fucking stupid? Like, what if this was like even 100 years ago and we
Mhm.
didn't have like the data and the science that we do now?
I mean, probably I'm not really up on my Spanish flu history, but that seems to be what the parallel was in the past.
Yeah, how many deaths was that? That was way worse, right?
It was just 6 or something.
This seems to be more contagious, though.
Maybe.
If I understand, I read in the LA Times that it's 6 times more contagious than the flu.
Whatever, LA Times. Who the fuck are you, dude?
Yeah, you stupid motherfuckers. Gosh darn it. Hey, everybody. Have a good week. God damn it.
I hope we brought you a semblance of good times, some good news, even though it was all kind of political bad news. But we also sprinkle in some fun, friendly anecdotes as well to keep it fresh, keep it funky.
This is why I live, you know? Without you guys, I would fucking probably
You guys don't really
still.
reciprocate anything. We kind of talk to you for literally probably days of our lives.
Been doing this for what?
Probably
2.5
months.
years. Not maybe like
Not a month yet?
What?
Not a month yet? Because there's been 100 episodes. There's been an hour at least. An hour times 100 divided by 24.
I don't know. Probably a lot.
100 divided by 24, Siri. 4 days. Giving up 4 days.
4 days straight of just
that I could be spending with my daughter that I hate. She's a bitch, bro.
She's only 2.
I don't really like her. And you're supposed to have that whole fucking daughter-father relationship. I think she's a fucking cunt girl.
You don't like her because she reminds you of your ex-wife. When really they're 2 very different people. And you should love that little girl.
That little girl calls me a piece of shit just like that bitch Geralda.
You may not understand it, but everything you're calling, when you call her a bitch, she's going to remember that.
You think she didn't get that from me, dude? Got that from her.
I saw you spit in her lunch today when you were making it for school.
She doesn't know it. I made her lunch, didn't I?
That was weird.
Sent her to school. Why do you think I sent her into school, man?
She's the only kid being sent to school because you hate her.
I want her gets corona.
Oh my God. All right.
It really fucks in my plan if no one else is being sent there.
Jesus Christ. All right. We got to get out of here, guys. I got to go get my blood flowing on a nice jog. Got to really clear the vibes. Everybody have a good week, and I'll catch you on Wednesday.
Fuck all this pretty Sean Carter shit, nigga.
This is DRH.
New Dark Racial.